the best. Give you absolutely premium quality content and information for you to be at the top edge of AI as of today. So I need everyone to prove to me that you can hear me, so I know I'm not talking to bots. Can anyone just answer me to signify that you can hear me loud and clear? If you're on this call, okay, Ladipo is giving me a thumbs up that you can hear me. That's amazing. I need three other people. Okay, Obed, I can hear you. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's lovely. So if you're joining us for the very first time in this class today, you can go to the chat box and type yes, 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 yes. If you're joining us for the very first time in the class today, and you can type where you're joining us from. I want to see Hikmat, we have Helen, we have Jeremiah, we have Lagbayi, we have Ladipo, we have Kayode. So just, respond in the chat box and you can unmute your mic and just respond. No one is responding yet, but I can see Kayode just unmuted his mic and muted it back. Well, it's going to be an excellent class today because we have a professional taking us on this class. And I'm sure, well, please let me know where you're joining us from. I need to know where you're joining us from. That's just for us to get a clear idea who and who is in the class. Okay, Burial. I don't know if I'm getting that pronunciation right. It's joining from Port Harcourt. PH like he typed. That's very interesting. And with your picture, you look like a proper business analyst, I'm sure. All right, that's amazing. Anyone else? Coyote from Lagos, Iko Nibajel, Lagbayi from FCT, and the big boys in Abuja. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm waiting to hear from Ikima, from Jeremiah, and the other people's in the call. That's very lovely. So if you were here in the last class of our AI business analyst, you could signify in the chat box, or you could just let us know from unmuting your mic and letting us know if you were here in the last class. Helen is joining us from Lagos. Amazing. Douglas from Lagos. It's amazing. That's amazing. At least now I know I'm not talking to AI bots. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. You can see Edith here. You can see Mercy. Okay. Helen said I was in the last class. Okay, amazing. Amazing. I missed the last class, but I attended the first one. Okay, that's from Birel. And Birel, you can check on our YouTube platform. We have all the classes there. We have the recorded version of the classes. You can keep up with the recorded version, watch the video properly, and if you are missing out on anything, you can go back there for reference sake and make sure you're right on track. So Helen, can you kindly unmute your mic and let us know what you learned from the last class? Helen, can you hear me? Okay, Akinola just joined the class. That's amazing. Helen, are you there? If there's anyone that actually attended the last class before I start going on and on, I just want to hear your opinion, your insights, what you have learned, so we will know that okay, fine, this is where we are and where we can continue from. So for this is just a quick reminder. I'm going to I need to remind us on this. But if you have not paid for your registration for this class, you would not be in line to have full access to the trainers. If you have paid for your registration, you have full access to the trainers. If you have any questions regarding the course, if you have any issues you're facing regarding the course, our trainers will be able to take care of it for you simply and make sure you have no troubles. And if you have not joined our Telegram group the link to our Telegram group will be posted on the chat box. So please do well to join the Telegram community because the WhatsApp community is full and the only way you can get premium information and amazing content is actually on the Telegram group because we have migrated completely from WhatsApp to Telegram. So if you want to have all the latest content, latest information about the course, you need to join us on the Telegram group. Okay, so Hikma is joining us from Oshun. That's amazing. That's lovely. That's the very first time I'm seeing someone from Oshun. That's interesting. Okay, Richard Onyiloye, where are you joining us from? Akinola, where are you joining us from? Amazing. Shola just joined in. Kindly let us know where you're joining us from and let us know if you're in the last class or if you're just joining the class for the very first time. I know this sometimes this might sound very boring, but you know, this communication leads to a lot, and we know exactly how to pinpoint, how to, get the reminder from previous class to the current class, how you can move ahead smoothly. Because what we want at Transformation College is that we want all our students to have the very best experience and be the leading online university in Africa. So we want you to be on the same page and we want you to learn excellently to have it the best understanding you can. So I think more people are going to be joining the class, and let me use this medium to introduce our trainer for today, Christy Adeoye. Christy, are you there with me? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Good morning or good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good afternoon. That's amazing. Some people I'm sure some people will join us from the United States, from Canada, from Ghana with different time zone. And I'm saying good day to you all because I know not just from Lagos here and Nigeria in total, but from Africa and from the whole world. So I will hand over to Christy because I know she's the one that is going to put us on a very soft landing and interesting pace on this class. So I'm handing over to you, Christy.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to be with every single one of us this afternoon. It's a privilege by our chief trainer to do this instead. All right. So quickly today, I know we've been having amazing sessions from our previous trainers where we have some insights as to the benefits of Microsoft's AI and Copilots and how we can revolutionize different industries or different sectors using Microsoft AI. So as we proceed today, we are going to delve into something not entirely different, but a different sector, and that's the finance sector. Please confirm that you can hear me and I'm audible enough and that it's clear.
You are exceptionally clear and it is very audible from my end here.
All right.
We need,
Thank
we need a student to confirm that, so I would not just be the only one saying that.
Okay. Messi said she can hear me. Okay, so I'll share my screen just about now. Just give me some seconds. Okay, I'm still just trying to find my slides. Just give me a second. Okay. I'll share my full screen. Okay, can you see my screen now? Let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet. Well, I'm just seeing your name and your profile image.
I'm sharing it already, so it should be up. But I could reshare if it's not there. Should I try again? Maybe I try again. You cannot see it.
Yeah, you should try again because probably the network is just making it a little bit glitchy.
Yes, I presume so. Okay, what about now?
Perfect too. We can see it clearly. Revolutionizing finance with Microsoft AI.
Yes.
And the image is exceptional.
All right, thank you. So this is what we're going to be delving into today, revolutionizing finance with Microsoft AI. And I hope, or I believe that we are business analysts in the house or aspiring business analysts. So now there are some business analysts that are totally, what's it called? That's, should I say, they major in finance, or let me say they're financial business analysts or financial analysts. So this might resonate better with them, but this class is helpful to everyone, but most especially to AI leaders, finance people in the finance industry. All right, so we want to look at some areas in which Copilot or Microsoft AI can help improve their day-to-day life or make them more efficient or effective at what they do. All right, so first of all, we know how important the finance team is to an organization. Okay, so the course objectives, first of all, we want to discover Microsoft AI for leaders in finance. We want to also understand the possibilities with Microsoft 365 Copilot. So we want to see how case scenarios of how we can actually apply it in our day-to-day activities and how it can just make life better for us. Because I mean, what's the essence of AI if not for it to make life better? So people are scared that AI is going to take their jobs, but we are adopting AI to make lives easier for us, even at our jobs. So we know that AI is not here for our jobs, but it's here to make our tasks or our jobs even easier. So those are the things that we're going to shed more light into. And like I said, for some, it's a starting point for the business decision makers who want to have a high level overview of AI. And now they can utilize AI for transformation in the organization. Okay. So first of all, what finance teams, we know how important they are in any organization. I can say that the backbone because they guide an organization's growth and success. The finance teams guide an organization's growth and success, and their processes support the business strategy and the key organizational health. They help to keep the organizational health in check. So imagine that you have a very functional organization that is doing well. How do you measure that? You measure that by how much returns they are making. What's the rollover? How much are they making? That's how you probably want to say this business is thriving or this organization is moving forward. So their processes are what support the business strategy and they keep our organizational health in check. Also, the finance team also have processes that ensure compliance with financial regulations. We want to ensure that they are compliant with financial regulations. Okay. And then we know that there is a common issue that most finance teams experience. So many things they complain about, repetitive. If you worked with a financial analyst before or an accountant, they must have complained several times about having to do the same thing, how the work can be cumbersome, it can be overwhelming dealing with figures, and it is mundane, it's repetitive, and can be manually intensive if they don't have the right software or the tools. So now we're trying to see how we can use Copilot to help with analysis on Excel in our reports. You know, they do a lot of reports, they do a lot of requirements gathering, they do a lot. So we can also use Copilot to strengthen the finance team because there is a strategic partner to Microsoft's business units. And the reason why we want to strengthen finance teams with Microsoft AI is because they can help us in our decision making. They can help us, it can help in decision making, and it can provide insights. So we'll speak more on all of this as we go further in this slide. So I was just trying to introduce what the whole conversation is going to be around. Okay, so what can Microsoft AI do? How does it help our finance leaders? We said it can help them make better decisions. It can help them work faster. It can help them reduce risks. But then what exactly can it do? So Microsoft AI can help them make predictions. It can help them make predictions in terms of financials, in terms of they can tell what the trend is. Oh, looking at the markets, they can check the market trends and see if they should make this decision. Is it favorable in the long run, or is it just disastrous eventually? So we can use Microsoft AI to make predictions because it can guess future financial trends, cash flow, and investments. Also, it can help finance leaders automate their tasks. It can help them automate their tasks, all those boring, repetitive work that they have to do, manually entering, long. If you've ever seen any of their Excel sheets or something, in fact, you pity them dealing with numbers, figures, and all of those things. Long numbers, 1,329.05, those kind of figures. So it helps them to automate these tasks. It handles boring, repeated tasks like invoices and data entry. So some organizations, if it's a very large organization, might have a very big data entry. Like, we're not talking about 40 lines here. We're talking about endless sheets. So it helps in their decision making. It helps in their decision making because they're able to make they're able to get helpful insights from the data. They're able to get helpful insights from the data. And then when they do this, it also helps them to manage risk. It helps them to manage risk, and they can easily spot where there will be likely problem areas, and they'll be able to
Sorry,
avoid
Miss Christy. Sorry for
problems.
cutting you short. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Please, can you, sorry to say it, can you increase your voice a little because it's clear, but it's a little low.
Oh, hey, I promise I'm speaking at the top of my voice. So
All right, all right. All right,
oh,
proceed then.
okay. Okay, in the comments, can anyone drop? Am I audible enough, or maybe am I audible enough? I want to
Want to
see like
comment,
two
so maybe it's just my
responses.
own network that is.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So I have confirmations that you might need to adjust your volume.
All right,
Maybe
I
you need
will
to adjust
adjust
your
my
volume.
internet then.
Oh, please do. All right. Okay, so we mentioned how Microsoft AI can help our finance leaders to make make better decisions. We said it can help them make predictions. It can help them automate their tasks, it helps them with their decisions, and helps them to manage their risks. Okay, I don't know why my slide is. Am I still audible? Can you hear me? Am I still audible? Because my system froze for a second, so I don't know if it affected my audio. Okay, they said yes, I am. Thank you very much. My system froze, so I was not sure if it was going to affect my audio. All right. Okay, so we are still talking about how Microsoft AI can help our finance leaders. So it can help them in their planning and analysis. It can help them in their planning and analysis. So in terms of predictions, their future cost and profit predictions, they know what to invest in, what to put their money in. Okay, let's not we should not invest in this. So they can also plan for different business scenarios. So let's assume there is this, we have dollar being very expensive. Should we buy these products now? If we buy these products, we adopt these products in the organization, and we have to pay our maybe yearly or annual subscription in dollar. How is it going to affect our organization? So it can help them predict future costs and profits, and also plan for different business scenarios. So it helps them in their planning and analysis. Also, Microsoft AI helps in terms of regulations. In terms of regulations, you're able to automate your compliance and reporting. You can create an agent, a Copilot agent that can help you. Oh, okay, what are the latest finance regulations in the country? So it helps us to follow rules automatically. Oh, there's an amendment now. Okay, there's an increased rate for maybe tax in so area. So it helps us to know the rules and the regulations, and then we can follow it automatically. Also, eventually, there's better customer service. So it can also help us in suggesting services to customers based on their needs. After gathering data, doing some analysis, you can serve your customers better. Okay, I think my system is dragging right now. Just a minute. I want to stop sharing because my laptop is frozen. So I will share just now. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Please, can you unmute so that I will be able to hear? I think I
You
have to
can see your screen.
can see my screen. Okay, and I dropped it down, so
Up again.
just hold on. Okay. Done. I'm trying to fix it. Yes, 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 yes. We are back. Okay, so now some real life examples of Microsoft AI in finance. Some real life examples of Microsoft AI in finance. So there are cases where fraud is um a very big is a very big risk when it comes to finance. It's possible, it's very easy for an organization to be defrauded if they do not put checks in place, if they don't have strong checks in place to prevent such. It could be cyber attacks, frauds, different things. So it helps to spot fraud before it even happens. So you're already noticing unusual activity, and then you're able to prevent and to tell that this might actually be a risk. So this is a real life example of how Microsoft AI helps in finance. It helps us to spot frauds and manage risks. So you're already noticing an unusual activity, you're able to respond quick and doesn't meet you unawares. it makes work easier. Everybody wants their work done faster. Nobody really, you want to be effective and you want to be efficient too. Efficient in the sense that in a, you're doing your work optimally and in the shortest time possible or with the least resources. You're not spending so much money, you're not spending so much time at it. You're not spending so much too much effort because you're working smarter now. You're working smarter. So it's not about who can die doing their job. I think it's about doing the work, being as productive, being as efficient, even in an easier manner. So you can automatically process payments and bills instead of I can imagine how it must have been back in the days when they had to use all these cash registers, very long, big books like that, very scary things. You have to track a transaction that happened maybe 3 years ago. You can imagine the amount of books you have to go through. Well, life got better, and then people started using Excel. But now, introducing Microsoft AI, you're able to even track and automate, process your payments and your bills faster. You can even trace them. You can call up a date 10 years ago. You can easily, even if you were not in the organization at the time, you can easily spool it up faster. Then it also keeps track of spending. It makes work easier in terms of tracking of your expenditure as an organization. So it helps us keep track of that, and you're able to make smart decisions. You are turning data into easy to understand reports. You are turning data into easy to understand reports. And eventually, you are able to make smart financial choices. Eventually, you're making smart financial choices. So these are ways where or how Microsoft AI can help in finance. So we'll be looking at some key KPIs that are impacted for different processes. We mentioned here random processes in finance and the KPIs that are impacted by it and what are the value benefits. What are the value benefits? Okay. So before we talk about that, we know that Copilot is nowadays for organizations. You see the big fours. If you go to the big fours now, speaking about EY, speaking about PwC, EY, PwC, you notice that they are already maximizing Copilots as an organization in making their work done faster and smarter and having more accurate results. So Copilot is being used every day to deliver value. It's being used every day, and it delivers a lot of value to the finance team, and it makes the jobs more fun. So going to work becomes more enjoyable because you are delivering value, and then you are not breaking your neck or your back doing that. So it makes our job done. The jobs are done easier, and it's more fun. And then Power BI now, you can write test codes in Power BI. We use Power BI for analyzing and presenting information. So it has helped reduce the learning curve for getting the most value from Power BI. And the creating of dashboards is made much quicker right now using Copilot. So some of the processes I want to mention now: accounting document evaluation. Accounting document evaluation. So what key performance indicator is being impacted here? We're talking about improved risk management. So this is a key performance indicator that is being impacted in accounting document evaluation. And what is the value benefits? There's cost. Sorry, is this noise? Okay. So the value benefit is that there's cost savings. Now there's cost savings. So now our document evaluation. So I have some should I say some examples or practices or examples Can you hear me? Because I'm seeing the prompts that my internet connection is not stable.
Yes, we can still hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. All right, so these are some examples of how Copilot can help, how we can use Copilot in accounts documents evaluation. First of all, in summarizing requirements, so you can prompt Copilot to find and reference the most recent accounting standard changes related to cloud computing. So any topic, any area, you can just prompt Copilot to reference the most recent audit accounting standards. Remember that we said it helps in rules and regulations. You might not even be aware yet, but Copilot can help you just pull it out from the internet, and it can help you find and summarize the information from the web on the latest accounting regulations that maybe you're not even aware of. So it can help us summarize our requirements. And then the example prompt is that just go to your normal Microsoft 365. If you have a Microsoft 365 Office account, you would see this icon there, and then you see the Copilot chat, and then you can just type your prompts, just like you would do on any normal AI tool that you have, and then you get your information. You get your information there. Also, you can use it to discover documents. You can ask Copilot to find the relevant work documents that need updating. You can ask Copilot to find relevant work documents that need updating. So the Copilot tool here is the chat, Microsoft 365 Copilot chat, because we have different packages under this Copilot tool. So we have the chat, we have the Excel, we have the PowerPoint. But this one now, just the chart would help you. And then your prompts can be find documents that are relevant to the modified standards, and then suggest changes to the documents to align with new regulations. So, just put your prompts there, and then AI is there to serve you. So these are use cases or examples of how you can use Copilot for accounts, documents, evaluation. Also, you can use it to make updates. Use it to make updates. And we are still using our Microsoft Copilot chat here. And then the prompt is that, suggest updates to blah, blah, blah documents based on blah, 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 blah. You can also use it to recap a meeting. You can use it to recap a meeting. Maybe you had a meeting earlier and you were a little distracted or something. So you can use it to review necessary steps and actions and action items from an earlier meeting to a manager where they are applying their request. So you recap the last meeting with my manager, highlighting action items, especially if you joined with maybe a report or something. So you can use it to recap the last meeting, you can use it to summarize the last meeting that you had. So okay. Now, so we've been talking about Copilot's charts. Now we also have Copilot in Word. We also have Copilot in Outlook. So Copilot is, you can use it in all the different Office packages. So for this, in the Microsoft Word, you want to summarize the updated documents using Copilot in Word. So you can just tell it, please create a bulleted list. Okay, tell me the highlights of this meeting that summarizes this and this and this and this. And then to give you your results, to give you the results you're expecting from it. And draft an email, including the summary of the updates you made and the next steps. So these are the steps that you can use in current comparisons. This is also another task, or let me say another process in the finance team or in the finance industry. And what are the KPIs that are impacted in this? Using the amendments comparison, it reduces our expenditure, risk management. The KPIs impacted are reducing spend and then risk management. And the value benefit is there's cost savings, and then it improves the employee experience. it improves the employee experience. Okay. So these are also ways that you can use Copilot to make an amendment comparisons. You can use your Microsoft 365 charts, Copilot charts to summarize all the updates from maybe the last 3 months. It just makes life easier. Imagine having to go and source for all the information individually when Copilot can run everything for you just in a tap, just at the prompt, just knowing the right prompt to use to get the right result. Because yes, Copilot can do a lot, but many times people fail to know the best prompt to get the exact results that we are expecting. So Copilot is here to make life easier for us. So it can summarize the policy updates, can conduct comparison for you, and then you can also collaborate efficiently. Can collaborate efficiently, maybe with your colleagues on different documents as well. So you can use Copilot in Outlook as well. So you can use Copilot to draft a mail to request certain information or certain or maybe you're expecting them to carry out some tasks. Oh, please, I need you to edit and comment, blah 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 by the end of the week. So you can use it to solicit feedback, to collaborate efficiently. And then you can use it to share learning broadly. You can use Copilot to share your learnings broadly. So you can create a presentation on a particular document using your Copilots in PowerPoint. Copilots in PowerPoint. So you can also use Copilot in analyzing business performance. Analyzing your business performance. It's another process that's financial analysts can use Copilot to achieve. And what are the KPIs impacted? There is decision-making speed, profit margin, decision-making speed, and then the profit margin. And what is value benefits that you're expecting to get from this is increased revenue. Increased revenue. I mean, the essence of say improving your business performance is for you to make more money. Maybe let me pick a very random topic now. Example now, say it's for an organization that makes a clothing brand. That's a clothing brand that makes they produce 100 dresses, female dresses in maybe they produce 100 dresses in a week and they sell these 100 dresses. They make 100 in a week. Now you're you have implemented Copilots and then you have made some tasks easier and faster. You see that these 100 dresses you're making in a week can actually be made in 1 day, and before you know it, you're making more profits, and then there's increased revenue. So you can use your Copilots in analyzing your business performance, and maybe you've used your Copilot to determine where your target audience should be, people that would need the clothes, or where is the best location for me to sell this, or maybe in a university, or maybe on social media, blah blah blah. So it would help you to make better decisions, and then you have a better or higher profit margin. So you have increased revenue in that. Now, Copilot in Excel, Copilot in finance, these are very important aspects, especially as regards a financial analyst. Excel can be cumbersome. Excel can be a lot. You can't even remember some formulas. Let's say at the beginning when you're learning Excel, and they told you, oh, if you want to do a calculation, oh, this is the formula, and then with time, you're forgetting them, you're mixing them up, oh, how to concatenate, all those plenty things. So you can easily, use Copilot to analyze, and you can get your results done faster. So you want to aggregate, let's say you want to generate formulas to clean your data. So in the days where you have to remember to concatenate, you have to remember to I've even forgotten most of those terms. How to use is it VLOOKUP or something. I've forgotten. So you can use your Copilot for all of this. It will be done faster for you. Don't need to rack your brain or start thinking of the right where you jotted it down. Okay. So you can generate your formulas within your data. You can aggregate your budgets and spend data into an Excel spreadsheet. They use Copilot for guidance on how to standardize the data formatting. So what's the prompt that you can use? You can suggest formulas to standardize the data formatting, and you can include removing trail spaces and correcting capitalization. So there are sometimes that maybe, in Excel, sometimes maybe there is a space that you're not seeing. You have so many rows, so many columns, and then it's difficult to spot where the problem is. You're trying to load an Excel sheet, and you're trying to load the data, but somehow there is an error. So Copilot can help you spot these errors, can help you standardize the data formatting faster, and to remove all your true spaces and to help you correct capitalization and all of that. So it makes cleaning your data effortless and very, very smooth. Also, budget variances. Budget variances is a very likely occurrence. It's a very likely occurrence. So you can use your Copilot for finance in Excel to streamline the variance analysis process. You look at the actuals and you look at the budgeted figures. So you can use it to analyze what the budget variances are. So in the budget, say for the whole expenditure for a month, when you were preparing the budget for the next month, you had budgeted 1,200,000 and something. But eventually you spent maybe 3 million. You want to be able to analyze what the variances are, and you can tell which areas they don't match, where the mismatch happened. And then Copilot in Excel can help you achieve that. Also, Copilot for finance, the preview can help you achieve that. So these are areas that can help you analyze your business performance better, analyzing your budget variances. And Copilot in Excel, Copilot for finance are here for you. Okay, so let's say that you've been able to analyze the budget variances, and then you've seen where the discrepancies are. You find out where the discrepancies are. Now you want to review what the variance is. You want to review where these discrepancies occurred. All right. So once again, Copilot in Excel can help you achieve that. Also, your Copilot for finance can also help you achieve that. So the action is maybe review any budget variances using the threshold set in step 2. So like the step 2 that was mentioned here, so you can still use this open Copilot for finance in Excel and select analyze variances. I'll show us something similar to this much later. We'll be able to see something related to that. After that, so now we are looking at steps. So I mean, in analyzing business performance, the first thing, they are generating formulas to clean the data. And then after cleaning the data, you're analyzing the budget variances. And then after that, you're reviewing discrepancies. After that, you want to report the findings. You want to report the findings. You can generate a report. You can generate a report of this. Oh, this is where the issue occurred. This is why what was budgeted did not match with the actual spend of the organization. So you can generate your findings using Copilot. So use your Copilot PowerPoint to accelerate the creation of a presentation summarizing key findings from the variance analysis summary. So the prompt is create a presentation from the following variance analysis summary, and then you paste the summary, and then you can distribute your findings using mail, using the Copilot in Outlook, So you can draft a mail to the stakeholders based on that summary that was generated in step 4. Or should I say from step 2? Okay. Now, another step is analyze cash flow variances. Analyze cash flow variances. What are the KPIs that are impacted? Analyze cash flow variances. The KPIs impacted here, we have the operating cash flow ratio. Operating cash flow ratio. And then we have the day sales outstanding, decision-making speed. So these are the KPIs. And the benefit also is, increased revenue. Increased revenue. What are the steps? You also generate formulas to clean your data using Copilot in Excel. I'm sure this slide will be shared with us, so we can also experiment using this example prompt. So you can suggest formulas to standardize the data formatting, just like we did in the other process that we mentioned. Then you can also use our Copilot in Excel and Copilot for Finance. You can use Copilot for Finance to analyze cash flow patterns. So what's the prompt or what's the action? You open your Copilot in Finance and select Analyze. And select Analyze variances, and then you define the threshold. All right. So after analyzing the cash flow patterns, you want to review the cash flow analysis using your Excel and Finance, your Copilot in Excel, your Copilot in Finance. And then the action is also there for us. You want to review the variances across a 12-month period. And you want to highlight the major variances to explore further. Then you can also review on Teams conversations. It could be like this. The process could be like this, so it could be notified to suit different organizations. Maybe you want to also generate a pre-meeting report. You want to generate a pre-meeting report using your Copilot in Word, and then you distribute the summary in Copilot in Teams. You want to use, after your Teams meeting, you want to share a summary of the meeting, so you can achieve that using your Copilot in Teams. Okay, another step, or should I say another process, another important process that financial analyst carry out is to automate financial query management. All of this would ring a bell better to someone in the finance line or someone in accounting. It will make more sense to them. Automating the financial query management. So the KPI impacted is spend on systems, and the value benefit is cost savings, employee experience. There's a better, more robust employee experience. And then the steps, we have query collection using our Copilot Studio agents. So for those that were in the last class where we talked about healthcare, pilot in the healthcare system, I'm sure my colleague must have exposed us to using of agents, Copilot agents, where you can create an agent, you can describe what you want your agents, your Copilot agents to do for you. So you can use this Copilot Studio to create an agent that answers common finance questions from employees at your organization and logs items into a quality control database. So you can create an agent that the function is to answer common finance questions from employees at your organization and log these items to quality control database. And so the benefit is that it ensures that all the internal queries are captured and properly categorized for efficient handling. Efficient handling. give you
Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know because I can't really hear you. Sorry everyone. I think my line break due to network issues. So I just need us to have like a few patience and everything will be sorted very soon. So due to the fact that we're going to be waiting for her to get our network back in check, I just want everybody to give me a join the class so far, and if you understand where she's coming from and what she has been saying, what the information she has been giving us, if you understand and if you are in line, if you are active with us in this class, send a message to the chat box and let us know where your mistake can be from. If you are following, just let us know, yes, I am following. If you are not, if you are lost somewhere, let us know.
I'm back.
Okay, amazing, amazing. You can take over from here. You can share your screen.
Okay, I don't even know how long ago I was because I kept on talking until I just decided to ask for a feedback, and then I discovered that I'd been talking to myself.
Yes, probably should just take us back like a minute or two and refresh from there because most people are actually following you. They can hear you now. Yes, like from the last paragraph, and you can put it on a slide, like on a presentation slide, not
So I had started from automating financial query management, which is another process in the financial term.
all right. Automated financial query management. I think that's where you can take off from here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So I'd said that the KPIs impacted here is spend on systems, and then the value benefit is cost savings and the employee experience. The value benefit is cost savings, employee experience. And then for the query management, I was mentioning that for those that were in the last session where my colleague spoke about Copilot in the healthcare, revolutionizing Copilots in healthcare. You must have mentioned how you can create an agent which is like a bot that can help you, that can act like your assistant. You can describe what you want your agent to be able to do, and then you can use, so the agent is what can now help you respond to different questions and all of that. So for query collection now, Copilot Studio can help you create an agent that answers common finance questions from employees at your organization and logs items to a quality control database. So you can create these agents to be able to undo a specific task, or to be able to generate responses for you on a particular question. So it must have mentioned and shown us how to, use that agent. So the benefit is that it ensures that all internal queries are captured and properly categorized for efficient handling. After you've created this agents, and then you can give it a name, say maybe it's Toby's financial agent or something. You can just give it a name. So you can also describe the kind of activities or the kind of responses it should provide, or what are the expectations. So so after you've created these agents, you can also empower these agents to respond to questions using a custom copilot. You can empower the agent to respond to questions using a custom copilot that is trained on knowledge base documents. So it can help you give automated feedback, and you can use it to gather user feedback. You can use it for case escalation. You can use it to clarify terms. Maybe you want to use your Copilot to better understand financial terms or redraft financial jargon into a layman's language that can help you in a finance related discussion. So your agents can help you do that. You can use your Copilot to do that. And your chat can even help you do that. So you can just type it in using your Copilot chat, just like a chat GPT chat. So this is just more than chat GPT. This one has different other what's it called? That's other use cases, that's other packages. So you can also use it to gather information. Now, in building a business case, so we have lots and lots of scenarios, or should I say lots of processes, but then we're just going to pick a few more, and then we'll run through, should I say, a small demo, just a very brief demo, and I think we can call it a day. So now we can use Copilot to build a business case. You can use Copilot to build a business case. So first of all, you have to define the investment opportunity. So you can ask, so using your Copilot students, studio agents, you can use your Copilot to create a project brief. So this can come in handy for even a project manager. You can use it to create a project brief, and you're including different data from emails, competitive research, financial records, then copy the brief into Word and further edit using Copilot in Word. So these are ways where you can define the investment opportunity. These are ways in which you can define your investment opportunity. So the benefit is that it streamlines the review process and quickly understand key issues to be addressed with the potential investments. So you can also use the Copilots in teams to gather project information. So you can meet with a business development team to learn about the various options and gather financial information. And then you use this Copilot to suggest questions and summarize the meeting. So it helps ensure that it's a productive meeting using Copilot to suggest questions, and it clarifies what people said. You can also use the recap for a summary and action items. Once again, you can gather financial data with Copilot by and you can use Copilot for finance to pull in ERP system insights. So it helps you can make use, it provides good guidance on how to use the forecast function. So once again, Copilot in Excel, Copilot for finance. So the benefit is that you're able to eliminate the time that you spend um on checking the web to generate data and information using some very complex systems, maybe your Power BI, maybe some other ERPs out there. You can save a lot of time using your Copilot for finance preview and then Copilot in Excel. You can produce forecast trends, lots of things that you can do even on that process. Let me look for one or two more that we want to talk about before I even also display different scenarios. So you can also use Copilot for contract management. Sorry. Copilot for contract management. And the KPIs that are impacted are, there's reduced expenditure, risk management, and the value benefit is cost savings and employee experience. You can use your Copilot in Teams to recap a meeting. You can use it to evaluate contracts. You can use your charts. You can use your Copilot charts to evaluate your contracts. You can put in evaluate this particular document and this particular document. So as a something, you can put your rule, then you can create a comparison table that outlines the key differences and the risks. So Copilot is there for you if you want to evaluate two different contracts and see which is a better one to go by. Then you can also summarize these comparisons and for you can summarize the document in Copilot in Word, and you can also generate maybe the highlights and also collate the highlights for you. It's easy to generate your presentation using the PowerPoint, Copilot in PowerPoint. It's easy to collaborate with the team. You can use Copilot in Teams or Copilot in Loop. And then in communicating these recommendations, your Copilot in Outlook, it's an important area. So let me share a few scenario or day in the life of actual finance teams. So let me share the other screen. Okay, I'm trying to bring it up now. All right, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see a screen. Last call for spring offer. Buy 2 years of WPS Pro. Get 12 month, 12 extra months.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just, yes. Okay, so once you just look at a few Copilot finance scenarios. Now, yes, we've checked some processes and we've seen what the KPIs are, and we've seen the appropriate tool in Copilot that can help us achieve them. Okay, so now I want to look at a few real life scenarios using Copilot. So we've been talking about KPIs since morning. Oh, so KPIs play a crucial role in organizations and provide a compass to navigate towards success. So KPIs play a crucial role in organizations and provide a compass to navigate towards success. So most times in our organizations, we hear, oh, this is your KPI for this role for the first quarter. Maybe many of us don't know why or what the need for these KPIs are. So you see that it helps you, it's like a compass to navigate towards success. So it's like a yardstick for which they're going to measure your growth or your impact. Okay, so we'll talk about day in the life of different finance employees in their day-to-day right now. Okay. Should I? Okay. So for optimizing costs in finance, so we want to mention some key processes that are being carried out. And then before, okay, so AI, before AI, how were they done? And now with AI, how are they now improved? How are these processes improved? I mean, there must have been many of these roles. They didn't just, some just came up, but some have been in existence since there was a way they were doing things before now. There was a way accountants do carry out their, I'm sure they've been doing this right from you know, a very long time ago. But they didn't have tools. How was it done before the before the advent of AI? So in planning and analysis now, as a process, how was it done? There was lack of insight into customer and market trends that can lead to reactive rather than proactive processes, reducing the ability to capitalize on market opportunities. They were doing planning and analysis back then. It's not like it just started now. It was an existing process in the finance field. But there was no way they could make pre-informed decisions. There was no data trend. There was no forecast. or something that could help them plan ahead. So it was more of reactive. They were more, it's more, most of their insights on market trends are reactive. Okay, they've produced this batch of clothes. Let's see what happens. So they don't, there before there was no prior trend analysis before all of this is done. So using AI now, you can optimize your financial operations. You can use your Copilot to complete simple tasks like data collection or catching up with news and trends. You can use AI to catch up with news and trends, know what is trending now. So before it was just reactive based on, okay, what happens after. But with AI, you can be proactive now. You can be proactive. Using AI, you can launch a new accounting app. You can launch a new accounting app, and you can analyze cash flow variances. You can analyze cash flow variances. You can build the business case. You can make intelligent sales forecasting. You can have financial insights. You can have financial insights. Another key process in optimizing costs, when we say we are optimizing costs, and that key process is risk management and compliance. Risk management and compliance. How was it done before the advent of AI? Data silos, lack of scenario planning, characterized by delayed responses to market changes, leaving the organization vulnerable to unforeseen financial threats and compliance breaches. So before, data was, in silos and there was no planning ahead. And then there's delayed response to market changes, the organization is vulnerable to different financial threats. Oh, are we making sales? We didn't know that people will not like this because there was no prior planning. But using AI now, you can automate your financial query management. You can also do your accounting document evaluation, updates, guidance documents for your risk management and compliance. Then procure to pay. There were inefficient invoice processing and procurement approvals. There were inconsistent policies, lack of spend intelligence that results in higher costs. But now you have procurement insight acceleration, you have collections coordination, we have amendments comparisons, we have contract review, contract management, contracts, accounting guidance, record to report. So let me find something that is okay. Let's look at risk management as a KPI now. Risk management KPI. So how does Copilot help in this in our risk management? How does it improve our risk management? First of all, what are we even talking about? We said finance teams, they're usually turning between different complex tasks. They're doing risk management, they're doing compliance, credit, collections, expenditures, so many things that they do in the finance teams. But by automating all these mundane tasks, which some of them are just boring and repetitive, so Microsoft 365 can help us create time for critical decisions, streamlining our audits, it helps to simplify collections and it helps to accelerate financial reporting. So how does Copilot now improve risk management? You can quickly analyze trends. You can generate informative charts. Like at the tap of a finger, you can generate your informative charts. You can create strategy presentations. Now, what are the roles of people that, should I say, maybe are into risk management? Say your budget analyst or risk manager, your compliance officer, or your compliance, maybe your manager. Now, what are the solutions that are helpful for such people? The 365 Copilot, 365 Copilot for Finance, the Copilot Studio. So these are some of the solutions, the Microsoft AI solutions that are helpful and that make use of this risk management as a KPI. So let me even ask, am I too fast, or am I speaking financial jargon or AI jargon? Let me see your responses. Am I clear? Am I being understood? Or am I going too fast?
For me, I would say it's a little bit fast, but the level of which you're explaining is okay. But the speed is just a little bit fast because most of our students would like it to go a little bit slow. But I would not speak for them. I would like them to speak up for themselves and know where anybody's lacking so we can continue the class.
Okay, okay. So let me hear our responses in the chat. Let me see our responses. I'm not seeing anybody responding.
You can check the chat box.
Oh, I'm here, but I'm not actually seeing any response.
Douglas gave a thumbs up and Messi is saying yes.
Yes, that what? Or yes to what? Yes, that I'm being understood, or yes, that I'm being too fast. Let's be explicit. Oh, okay. Let me just proceed. That means okay. No problem. Let me proceed. So in optimize, so I want to pick a process now. Optimize your financial operations. In optimizing your financial operations, it's similar to what I've been showing us before. So the KPIs that are important are reduce spending and then risk management, and the value benefits are cost savings, employee experience. So what are the important aspects of it, or the steps? First of all, you can automate your workflows. You can automate workflows using your Copilot charts. You can do a financial analysis using your charts too. You can just type a prompt. Oh, how do I structure evaluation of this? So how do I improve this? How do I compare this and that? So you can use your Copilot charts for financial analysis. You can also use your Copilot charts for up-to-date information with trends, news and trends. You can also use your Copilot charts to generate um, potential, should I say, for due diligence in terms of acquisition costs or targets in the retail industry. You can use your Copilot charts to communicate insights, to gather competitor information. This is, I don't know, my screen is freezing. Trying to stop sharing. Okay, let me share it now. So it's better now. Okay, is my screen up now? Can anyone see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I want to pick I want to pick a particular role, and then we'll check a day in the life of this person, and then see how they use Copilots to save their time and improve their processes. So I'm just thinking of which of them to pick. Data solution, income tax. Okay. So a day in the life of an income tax compliance manager. Let's brief into it. Emma works in tax and customs in, let's say, PwC. And then let's run through our day with her. So 8 a.m. Emma has several new emails from third parties in relation to tax returns. Instead of reading through each email, she uses Microsoft 365 Copilot chats to summarize recent emails about tax returns. Talk about smart working. So she has several emails, new emails from third parties in relation to tax returns. Instead of going through each of them one by one, she uses Microsoft 365 Copilot chats to summarize recent emails about tax returns. And then she uses Copilot chat for that. And the prompt is just summarize recent email threads about tax returns and list action items. No time to waste or no time to check time. By 8:30 a.m., Emma reviews the financial tax analysis using Copilot for Finance in Excel to check for any inconsistent formulas. So she uses Copilot for Finance or Copilot in Excel to check for any inconsistent formulas. She just puts a prompt in Copilot in Excel. Oh, explain the formula used to calculate depreciation for contour. So she not stress herself. Also, by 9 a.m., she requests Copilot to create a list of all the emails and chats that related to the contour tax return. She uses Copilot in Outlook to draft replies to an email thread with the tax preparation team. And then she's done with that process. By 4 p.m. Oh, no, sorry, by 11 a.m. By 11 a.m., she receives an email to say the tax returns are ready for review. So she verifies the accuracy of the tax return using OCR model that she built in AI Builder instead of manually retyping it. She receives an email to say the tax returns are ready for review, and she verifies the accuracy of the tax return data using an OCR model that she built in AI Builder instead of manually retyping it. And she uses Copilot and Power Automate for this. So she just does a simple extract information from a structured document, just puts in that prompt, and then she's able to verify the accuracy of the tax return data. By 2 p.m., she uses Copilot for Finance in Excel to highlight any differences between the financial analysis and tax returns. And she does this using Copilot in Excel or Copilot for Finance. So all she just says is, oh, add a formula column in selection D. So by 4 p.m., she uses Copilot in SharePoint to get answers about previous tax returns without having to open the large PDF files. So that's using Copilot in SharePoint. Am I audible? Can you all hear me? Are you following?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm following you.
Okay. So we have Kim, a vendor engagement manager in finance. Kim is a vendor engagement manager in finance. And then let's just briefly look at a day in his life. By 8 a.m., Kim has several new emails from vendor companies and internal teams. So instead of going through each of the mail, he uses this 365 Copilot chat to summarize recent emails, just like our tax manager did in the last scenario. So he used Copilot chats. Also, Kim uses Copilot for Finance in Excel to analyze vendors' compliance data. Kim uses Copilot for finance in Excel to analyze the vendor's compliance data. And then by 10 a.m., during a meeting with the vendor, Kim uses Copilot in Teams to keep track of the discussion. And after the meeting, Copilot helps identify his next steps. So using Copilot in Teams is able to drop a prompt. Okay, I was hearing a feedback. So using Copilot in Teams is able to drop a prompt, summarize key discussion points, identify agreed upon next steps. Sharp, sharp. And then by 11 a.m. again, he uses Copilot in Word to draft a report, prompting it to bring in specific information from other documents. He also uses Copilot in Word to improve the clarity of his report. Kim uses Copilot in Word to draft a report. Then by 2 p.m., he uses Copilot in PowerPoint to create a presentation to a potential vendor. So he uses Copilot in PowerPoint to create a new presentation from this Word file and improve the layout of his slides. And then by 4 p.m., he uses Copilot to manage his tasks. He creates a meeting agenda based on this chat history to prepare for his meetings. This is working smarter. This is doing your job faster, better, and easier. So that's Kim. I don't know if we should look at one more before we go into Excel. I want to show us something brief in Microsoft's AI in Excel, Copilot in Excel. Sorry, Copilot in finance. Just to see an example of how we can do data reconciliation. So let's pick one more role. Okay, Jack. Let's see what Jack does in his 8 to 5, or 8 to 4. Let's say 8 to 4. So Jack is a finance team manager. By 8 a.m., Jack already has a presentation that he wants to deliver on the first quarter earning reports to his team. So he uses his PowerPoint to create a presentation from first quarter earnings report, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course, you put the name of the documents. So he's creating a presentation from this particular file. There, by 8:30, he wants to start with a slide that provides a short introduction to the organization. So he uses his PowerPoint to add a slide with an organization overview. That's the prompt he's going to use to get information about the organization. By 9 a.m., Jack is tasked with analyzing an earnings report from a key competitor. So he summarizes documents using Copilot in Word. By 11 a.m., he needs to update some financial numbers that are in a table in Excel. So he uses Copilot to add some calculations and make the data easier to read. He uses Excel for that. And then by 2 p.m., Jack needs to create some charts for a presentation in the data in Excel. So he uses Copilot in Excel for that. And lastly, he needs to see the balance in his team's travel budget. So he uses Copilot to access a Copilot agent to get that information from the organization's SAP system. So he used this Copilot agent that he created. So how much budget is available from this quarter to travel to customer? So this was the prompt. That was the prompt that he used. So let's wrap it up here. Then I'll now share. I want to share something else. I want to share my screen on Excel. Let me share my Excel screen. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my Excel screen now.
You can see your Excel screen.
Okay. So yes, this is our Copilot for finance. Our Copilot for finance, and then we want to just see an example of how we can reconcile data. Like what we're talking about variances. We're talking about variances in the budget against the actual expenditure. And we're saying that Copilot can help us draft out or help us highlight or see where the discrepancies lie. So I don't have any data to use right now, but then I'm just going to preview with sample data. I'm going to preview with sample data on my system. And then I'm going to use the data reconciliation prompt. Data reconciliation prompt. So this is the example. This is an example. This is a personal expenses, but it's a true budget. It's a true budget. So we have two sheets that came up from the sample data that was imported to our spreadsheet. The true budget and then the bank statements. The true budget and then the bank statements. So this was the actual cost of everything. And this was what was planned. So we want to reconcile both. To see the true budget versus the bank statements. At the end of the day, how much did we later spend? What were the similarities, and then which aspects? Okay, so now looking at this right pane, you can see the reconcile data prompt here. The reconcile data prompt is what we use to compare financial records. So we want to reconcile the data. Can you see my screen? Are you following me? Can you hear me? Are you understanding what you are doing? I want the students or the participants to. Okay, that's the host. That's our host. So in the comments, I want to see comments. Let me see. In the comments, can any of the students see what I'm doing or what we're trying to achieve here? Because I'm not seeing our responses. Okay. All right. So we're trying to. Okay, so I'm trying to reconcile the data. And then it's going to create a report for me. It's going to generate a reconciliation report for me. And it has done that now. So let me see. Okay, so these were the first sample data that was generated. The bank statements and then the three budgets. But now we have another sheet here, which is our reconciliation report. And now it's giving us our table, our initial table for the true budget, another table for the bank statements, It's telling us the unmatched transactions. It's showing us the unmatched transactions. Say for entertainment, there's a $160 year, and here we're seeing a $30 year. We're seeing a $150 year. So they don't match. What was budgeted for. We have a $420 year. So all of these are unmatched transactions. Now for the potentially matched transactions, we can see the transportation, which is $150 here. We can also see the transportation that is $150. Food, $120. Same year, food is also $120. Entertainment, $160 here as well. Then also, yeah, so we see that the matched transactions in all of this is 13. We have 13 matched transactions. We have 13, sorry, we have four potentially matched transactions that are 4 in number. But the unmatched, we have the unmatched ones. I don't know. I said I did the calculations for that. Okay, so if you check the right side, if you check this pin, you can see that there is an insight. So we can download this. We can download this and save it as a PDF to the device. And this can form a report. So it's been downloaded to my device. It's downloaded to my device, and the title is Reconciliation Report Summary. Reconciliation Report Summary. But then I can also do something else. Let me see. Because I can also match it. Okay, so I want to append the summary to my report. So I want to append the summary to my report. So as much as I have the PDF downloaded to my device, which I can present as a report to the body or all of that, we can also append these reports to this sheet. So you can also share this with anybody, and then you've done your data reconciliation in no time without having to look through figures manually, matching, looking for which one, where the discrepancy occurred, and all of that. So yes, in our reconciliation report summary, which we have here, it's saying the reconciliation between trip reports and this and this and this. The result shows that the transactions had identical mapping keys and equal transaction amount to the reports. And then it shows a substantial portion of transactions that are aligning flawlessly between the two tables. Then it's just giving us a full information of what happened in all of this. And then we said there were 10 sets of transactions present only in the trip budgets that did not have corresponding mapping key matches in the bank statements. So these transactions varied across different expenditure categories and dates, and this indicates that these budgeted items had no corresponding recorded transactions in the bank statements in the report. So this is an example of how you can just, use your Copilot to quickly analyze that data. Now, it might look like, oh, it has not done a lot, but if you have, imagine that you have lots of information, lots of data that you want to analyze, you can do it in the click of a second instead of manually trying to sort it or find where the errors occur. And then the report, instead of taking time to also now write the reports, it has also automatically generated the report for you. And then it can append and can save to your device, which you can now share with other members of your team, or you can present to your management. So these are some ways in which pilots can help you in making your life better as a finance, should I say finance team member, or as a finance leader. These are ways where you can maximize Copilot. So I don't know if there are questions or there are additions, because I'll be rounding up on these notes here. So any questions, any contributions before I hand over to the host? Okay. If there are no questions or there are no contributions, so thank you for joining this session, and I hope that we learned one or two things in how we can maximize, or how we can use Microsoft AI Copilot in revolutionizing finance. Thank you for joining us in this session. Thank you very much.
So I would like everyone to give a round of applause to our trainer for today, Christiana Adeoye. please go to the comment section. I want to see you active. I want to see you appreciate her for the amazing information and knowledge she has passed on today. If you can all hear me, I need to see someone notify me. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay, Miss Christie, Coyote has a question. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Can
Okay,
hear you.
Coyote, can you kindly, if you can hear me, can you kindly unmute your mic and ask your question, or you can drop it in the chat box also. If you can hear me, let me know so we can move on with the class. If you can't hear me, let me know, please. Okay, that's nice, Coyote. Ask your question. You can unmute your mic and ask your question. Okay, please kindly let's give him a few minutes while he types his question. And just use this opportunity to fill in the attendance list. And if you have not joined, if you were not around for the last class, you can join the class via the Telegram link. And you can watch all the videos for our classes on the YouTube link. So all the links for our social media platform will be dropped on the chat box. Kindly go there, fill the attendance, and do well to follow us. Thank you. And Coyote question is on the chat box, Miss Christie, if you can hear me.
Oh, yes, I can see his question. So, should I ask if you have a Microsoft 365 account, first of all? Mr. Kayode, can you? Yes, I can see your question. So I said, do you have a Microsoft 365 Office Suite? Okay, you do. Okay, so I think I will just send a link on Telegram. Are you on the Telegram page as well? So I think I can send the link where you can access it. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we'll send the link across there and then you'll be able to. Does that answer your question? So we'll fill it there and then I'll show you how you can access it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, it was amazing having everyone here, and the lectures were tantalizing, like I told you to be earlier. And I hope we all understood what she explained to us today. Coyote, thank you for asking the question. That was very insightful. And if anyone here has another question, you can as well ask the question right now before we leave the chat room. And for the social media platforms, they have been sent to the chat box. So both the attendance and the social media handles. And don't forget that for you to have exclusive relationship with your trainer, where you can ask questions and get reply, because we have registered students different from just the students that just come to the class. So if you want a specific understanding where you have the relationship with your trainer to ask questions, they give you feedbacks and they can put you through, you must have our registration. you must have registered. So I'll be sending the link to the registration platform where you can make your payments and make sure you register. So if you want to be on the paid group, you have to make sure that you're registered. If you're not registered, you won't be on the paid group. So information will be sent to the chat box right now. I'm sending it as you speak. And how you can pay payments, and I will send you the registration link also. And if you have any questions or you have other courses in your mind that you feel like, okay, this is the course I want to develop myself on, you can as well go to Transformation College website, check out our courses. We also have entrepreneurship and business management coming up tomorrow. So if you feel you need to improve your standard, your business orientation, so you need all those classes to, those are major criteria you need to put all the things you need in your portfolio and have the best understanding on how to treat the business sector. So I'm sending the messages to the group right now, and I'm sending the link. So I'll also send a contact where you can contact the rep for Transformation College if you have any question, if you have any training you want to do, if it's personal training or anything, just send a message. I will also send the number across to you right now. And don't forget that when you make payment, you also have to send a message with proof of payment that you have made payments to for so and so class, and you just have to send it to the contact. And sending the contacts to our contacts to the chat box right now. Just give me a second. All right, okay. I can see Messi has already sent the contact. Here is the contact, and we're sharing it also. So thank you for having everyone on this class today. I know you must enjoy the way our trainer took everything, and we would like to see you in our next class coming up soon, and you'll be updated. So make sure you move to the Telegram group so you have all the updates you need. Thank you very much, and it was nice having you all.